What is up, guys? Dashing here, bringing you episode 551 of Community Universe Mode, and we are live from Houston, Texas for Requiem. That is right, we are finally here, and what a show we have got in store for you, fresh off the heels of yesterday's awesome NGW Checkpoint Chicago events. We have got maybe even a bigger show in store for you as the superstars of Fusion once again take over your television screens or your iPad screens, your cellular phone screens, no matter where you're watching from. I'm happy to have you. What is up, all? Oof, this spicy chat already. And look at this, wasting no time, getting right down to brass tacks as a tweet from Schmitty says, good luck to Jacob Ziegler tonight. Tough competition in Moon and Hastings. Hashtag Requiem watching party. The recently retired Schmitty actually hung up his wrestling boots exactly 1 month ago at Retaliation. And he is watching this one, I'm sure, with his family, with Laura and his son Ryan, as we kick things off to find out whom will be next in line for an undisputed World Heavyweight Championship match. John Reed, Mark Cantel, and Andrew Briggs. Again and again, we've talked about CMV's Mount Rushmore, superstars who haven't held a World Championship, and these three are always a part of the conversation, usually along with Peter Thompson. So, man, I'm so hyped for this match. And in our main event, we have the very first ever Man in the Moon match for the World Championship. The winner of this will challenge either Harvey Hastings, PJ Moon, or Jacob Ziegler, whoever ends the show as World Champion. It has been a big week in CMV, and, well, the fun times are not ending anytime soon. We know that next Sunday will be the 4th annual CMV Tag Team Cup. The superstars of Genesis going to be coming live from Tokyo, Japan. And then that'll be the final show before we go on Christmas break. And when we are back, ooh, so much planned. This is going to be a season to remember, but will it be a season that people remember for John Reed finally winning the big one, the Fallen Angel? Opportunity after opportunity has passed him by, come so close to the top on numerous occasions, and that can really be said about all three of the men in this match. That's what makes it such a must-see confrontation. One of these guys is finally going to earn a one-on-one championship match, something that Mark Cantel has never had, and something that John Reed and Andrew Briggs have only had once in their careers. John Reed has shot at the Alpha World Championship last season against Chris Andrews, and Andrew Briggs last season had a one-on-one match against Hayden for the World Championship. All three men are very decorated in other aspects of CMV. John Reed, a former Anarchy champion, Mark Cantel as well, and Andrew Briggs, on top of being a 3-time record-setting light heavyweight champion, currently one half of the Fusion Tag Team Champions. Not to mention the Kang of the Ring. That classic Dynamic question. Dynamic, you'll be happy to know that NGW is getting a Rumble at least in the near future. Last night it was revealed that the next NGW special event will take place in 2 weeks, but indeed down the line, for NGW Fast Track, you will get your appetite satiated, Dynamic. I did not see a tweet, Moon. Please repost. And I said it earlier this week on a Monday Night Fusion that Markintel is probably in the best shape that I have ever seen him in. And that's despite the fact that he seems to be having some health issues. As is apparent, if you're a part of our website, communityuniverse.4motion.com, Markintel's been suffering from what seems to be heart problems, but that has not stopped him from being on a tear. Obliterated John Reed some weeks ago and was the only man of these three in this match to win his Beat the Clock Challenge bout on Fusion. Defeated Harvey Hastings. The Big Red Machine has said that he needs to win this match tonight. There is no other option. And now a tweet, guys, from PJ Moon. He says, I have said it before and I'll say it again. This is a must-win match for me. I have to leave Houston as the champion. If not me, Ziggler, but Harvey cannot win. Well, PJ Moon has the odds in his favor. Of course, winning the Beat the Clock Challenge earlier this week on Fusion awarded him the advantage of picking the stipulation, and he decided to choose a Man in the Moon match, which we'll talk about the rules of that later on. But here comes PJ Moon's other half. Andrew Briggs has already made this season his, is unpinned and unsubmitted until, of course, this past episode of Fusion where Jacob Ziegler defeated him in an epic collision. All three of these guys, I'll tell you right now, are going to leave it in the ring to walk out as #1 contender. Andrew Briggs coming in his fight attire. He ain't looking to wrestle tonight. He's looking to fight. So let's not waste any more time. Unlike our main event, where as a part of the Man in the Moon stipulation, it'll be elimination. This is first to a fall. Pin or submission in the ring will crown us a new #1 contender. Of course, no countouts and no disqualifications as Briggs immediately takes out John Reed with a sit-out facebuster. Markintel sends Briggs flying with a big fucking toss, but now Reed fires back with a face smash. Andrew Briggs with a double leg takedown. Not even a minute into this match and these three are already beating the snot out of each other. Low punch by Andrew Briggs, headbutt to follow up as Reed backs into the corner. Great strategy by the Fallen Angel to allow his two opponents to beat the hell out of each other. Now breaking up Markintel's gut-wrench suplex attempt. That does not make the Big Red Machine a very happy man. Laying out Reed with a fireman's carry front slam. Or face smash, I guess you would call it. Heavy Irish whip, and Briggs gonna go tumbling down to the outside of the ring. Markintel, though, decides to stay inside the squared circle and go after Reed. The big man knowing very well that he could only make a pin or submission inside of the ring, and John Reed getting his face washed off the top turnbuckle. Our main event, just one of 3 championship matches here tonight at the 2nd annual REQUIEM pay-per-view. The Anarchy Championship and the United States Championship also going to be defended. Of course, coming up next, a tag team battle royal. 4 teams going to compete for #1 contendership. They'll actually face the team of PJ Moon and Andrew Briggs tomorrow night on Fusion for the gold. Whether or not Andrew Briggs is #1 contender or PJ Moon is world champion, it doesn't matter. John Reed nearly breaking Andrew's neck on the rope, trying to bring the whole rope with him. Ooh, smashing the knee. Andrew Briggs waiting in the wings, but Markintel was ready for him. Another big fucking toss that would make Cyborg smile, if he could. Crossbody attempted by one half of the Fusion Tag Team Champions. Markintel sidesteps it, goes for a Samoan drop, but John Reed again interferes. And the true Dark Lord Gonna get knocked to the outside, leaving John Reed to try to capitalize with a forearm smash, sends Reed up against the ropes. John Reed fresh off of his awesome match against PJ Moon in the main event of Monday Night Fusion, where John Reed was, dominating the Unicorn King, but Moon was able to come back at the last second to win. Wow, John Reed missing the clothesline, and John Reed ran right into Marcantel, and Marcantel didn't even seem affected. There's a clothesline for you. Knocking him right off his ass. Yo, what up, Hellish? Not just in time, but first match of the night. We are in the thick of it. Number one contendership on the line as Marcantel just squeezing the life out of Briggs and then dropping him face first onto the ropes. Briggs is incapacitated for the time being. German suplex. Marcantel just sits right back up after getting a rope break DDT to the Fallen Angel. Marcantel and John Reed knowing each other very well. Former tag team partners once upon a time. As I touched on while Marcantel was making his entrance a couple weeks ago, these two fought in a hellacious Extreme Rules match where Marcantel came out the victor. John Reed really coming into this match with no momentum on his side as compared to Marcantel and Andrew Briggs, but that ain't gonna stop him from giving it his all. Big match John, can he do it? Clothesline again. Ducks Reed's clothesline attempt, throws a leaping lariat. Marcantel recuperates on the ring apron, back into the fray. Andrew tries for his knee barrage. Reed counters, turns to Marcantel, clothesline, and Marcantel sent right back out. Super kick by John Reed. Briggs running full force right into it. Reed is tired. Now goes to the pin, but is it too late? 1, 2. Oh my God, I thought that was gonna be it. Perhaps those precious few seconds Reed wasted, though, is what allowed Briggs to kick out there. But now Reed, the fall, countered by Briggs with a reverse DDT. And now an elbow drop as Marcantel back into the ring. Andrew Briggs cuts him off, kick to the midsection. Irish whip now into the corner, and that's where Briggs wants him. Andrew Briggs, Shining Wizard. Marcantel sidesteps it though, up over the shoulders. The big man with a, snake eyes onto the top rope, if you will. And now trying to drag Andrew away from the ropes to make a pinfall. 1, 2. Man, Briggs with a lot of close calls in this match. Reed pulling himself up to a vertical base, using the ropes to do so. Marcantel caught off guard from behind, seatbelt suplex. Big mark to the outside. Briggs makes the mistake of taunting. John Reed makes him pay. Slingshot leg drop to the back of the head. Reed slithers back into the ring. Lateral press. 1, 2. Still not enough. One half of the Fusion Tag Team Champions in big trouble. Reed puts him in the corner, looking to hang him up to dry on the tree of woe position. Marcantel slowly but surely makes his way to his feet. The blood rushing to Andrew's head as he gets choked out with the boot of John Reed. Oh my God, Marcantel threw the bullhammer, but Reed caught it just before it was able to connect. And a knee right to the heart of Marcantel. As I said, been having heart complications as of late. Has the Big Red Machine. Reed making a target of the chest area. There goes John Reed out to the outside as Marcantel's feeling very good about himself, but Andrew Briggs has made it back to his feet. Crossbody he tried earlier. Lefts and rights raining down into the pin. 1. Only a 1 count though. And a tweet out, guys, from the new NGW Women's Champion Piper Fox, who won the title last night in Chicago, says, Harvey's got this tonight. You heard it here first. Hashtag fight for Germany. The German-born Piper Fox showing support towards Harvey Hastings as Marcantel gets caught with the knee barrage, bleeding buckets from underneath his mask all over his chest. Oh, that's just pissed. The Big Red Machine off. Whoa, double choke slam to the Fallen Angel. Andrew Briggs hitting a choke slam, something I never thought I'd see. That partnership doesn't last long. Briggs goes for a hangman's neck breaker. Marcantel reverses it though into one of his own. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Reed is still suffering from that double choke slam, beginning to move around. Can he get up in time? Pinpoint knee drop. I can't believe how bad Marcantel is bleeding. There goes Briggs to the outside. John Reed slaps away the punch. Bullhammer again, reversed by John Reed. And there's that bicycle knee strike again, right to the chest. Reed is on his game tonight. And a Dragon Sleeper. Will Marcantel be forced to submit? Will John Reed finally win the big one and earn a one-on-one title match? Marcantel showing some athleticism to flip out of that. Short on clothesline, Marcantel. Oh, not looking too great. Super kick. Again to Andrew Briggs. Does Reed have it? Can Mark make the save? 1, 2, but Marcantel breaks up the pin. John Reed not happy about it. Into a front headlock. Elbow to the side of the head. And now Reed spinning back fist drops. One of the original monsters of CMV. I am so impressed with John Reed in this match. Counter after counter. Andrew Briggs with an elbow of his own. Catching John Reed in the side of the head. This could be the opportunity for Andrew Briggs. Can he bring it home? Can Andrew secure only his second ever one-on-one championship shot? Andrew again gets his Shining Wizard reverse. None of these guys have been able to hit their finishers. They've all tried multiple times. And now a tweet guys from Stefan says, my father is my biggest inspiration. Win it for us all. A lot of support, surprisingly, for Harvey Hastings. So many dream matches for whoever wins this match to meet the winner of the world title match in the main event. Briggs and Ziegler in a tiebreaker. Could get Briggs and Hastings, who always put on bangers. Briggs and Moon, the 2 tag team champions. So many awesome matches. Marcantel, though, has John Reed right where he wants him. Hell's Gate! Hell's Gate! Hell's Gate by Marcantel. Will it be Reed who taps? Big Mark, will he earn his first ever one-on-one title match in his near 4+ year career? Clothesline thrown by Briggs, but it misses. Bullhammer attempted. Sit out facebuster just as the match started. Will that be how it ends? Kip up by John Reed. From behind, reverse DDT down onto the knee. And a stomp to the bicep as Marcantel just continues to leak like a faucet. And the Fallen Angel, looking again first. Dude, this is reminding me of Cameron Cray versus Jamal Sadana from earlier this week. There's been like 10 finisher reversals. Marcantel maybe playing possum, lured Andrew Briggs in. Tried for that sliding clothesline, does not go his way. Into the corner, what is the big red machine looking for? Briggs not gonna let him hit it. The king of the ring with another knee barrage, widening that gash across Marcantel's forehead. And with John Reed down, could Briggs have it? Is Briggs the new #1 contender? 1, 2, 3, yes he is! Andrew Briggs has earned a one-on-one championship match. The season of Briggs. What a match. Andrew Briggs knew he was going to be walking into a fight tonight. And a fight it was. Now we have to wait till the main event to see who Briggs is going to face. Who? We'll be waiting for the King of the Ring on the other side. What a way to open a show, man. Triple threat. Banger. And the night is far from over. What up, Crispy? You missed the opener. Andrew Briggs winning the triple threat to become the new #1 contender. And now we get ready for the Tag Team Battle Royal as 4 teams from Fusion compete for a Fusion Tag Team title opportunity tomorrow night on Fusion. PJ Moon and Andrew Briggs will defend their titles. And now with Briggs as #1 contender, will PJ Moon become world champion, setting up that collision to remember. Battle Royal, though, we all know the deal. The only way to be eliminated, getting tossed over the top rope with both feet touching the floor. Now all 8 superstars going to be in the ring. This gives the team a better chance of earning #1 contendership. Only one man can be left standing, so let's say it ends up going to Adam Valentine and Dax Harris. Those two will fight, but then it will be guaranteed that they get the championship shot. Yeah, we certainly got quite a loaded barrel. Adam Valentine and Dax Harris coming off a win over Jason Spade earlier this week on Fusion. We haven't seen much of Vance and Smith. They've only had one match where they lost to the Real G's. So they get the opportunity to showcase themselves. The Undead, of course, the former Fusion Tag Team Champions. The men who PJ Moon and Andrew Briggs beat 2 weeks ago. Look at that already. An elimination. Damien ducking out Vance. So now Smith, the only one to represent his team. Yeah, that might be one of the quickest eliminations in Battle Royal history. The last team of this mix, though, being the Real G's. Terry Sherman and Byron Elliott. Well, look at Vance and Smith might be out of it already. Ooh, dropped off the shoulders with a torch drag. There goes Bloody Justice, guys. I didn't even see who eliminated him. Bloody Justice has been taken out. So now it's up to Damien to secure their rematch for the gold. And there goes Damien. Wow, all right. So the Undead are the first team fully eliminated. And here you see Terry Sherman going after Byron Elliott. I heard them having an argument earlier tonight. There goes Adam Valentine. This is not going to be a long Battle Royal. Dax Harris and Damian Smith locking horns. Is the number up for Damian Smith? Terry Sherman got mad earlier tonight. He saw Byron Elliott using his mixer. Now goes to one of the other teams. Dax Harris getting the better of him, though, as Byron Elliott looks to eliminate Smith. And all 4 of the first guys got eliminated so quick. Now it's coming down to a stalemate. Byron Elliott has Damian tutoring. Is Damian Smith gone for? No, hanging on for dear life. Terry Sherman, the Real G, with the Real D. Probably the fan favorite of the Fusion Tag Team Division, the Real G's. Actually, the team that PJ Moon and Andrew Briggs knocked out in the first round of the second annual X-Gen Tag Team Classic, so it'd kind of be poetic for them to get a chance to redeem themselves if they win this Battle Royal. Damian Smith again in danger of being eliminated. Is Terry going to help him? Yes, he is. Terry Sherman and Dax Harris with a momentary alliance to eliminate Damian Smith. And now it is down to Dax Harris fighting on behalf of he and Valentine against the Real G's handicap scenario. Leg drop bulldog by Byron. Oh, these two are going to continue their petty fight, though. Who is the realest G of the Real G's? That's the question. Oh! Terry Sherman asking Byron Elliott to hold his spoon and then going downtown. Dax Harris just chilling in the corner while these two friends try to settle their differences. Number one contendership on the line, though, guys. Come on, focus. Oh, no! Byron Elliott trying to eliminate Terry. Dax is just like, this works for me. He's just waiting. I think the Real G's have forgotten what this match is for. Oh, there goes Byron eliminated. Oh, and Terry with a look of shock on his face as Dax. It's down to Dax Harris and Terry Sherman to earn their team a tag team championship shot tomorrow night on Fusion. The Real G's the only team in this match fighting each other. They had to settle the score, you know? Byron Elliott watching now from ringside. The final two jockeying for control. You see Dax, the protege of Adam Valentine, trying to soften up the Real G with the Real D. Look at Byron, he's tired, he's hitting the showers. He's gonna watch from the locker room. Dax is stalking Terry Sherman like a lion out in the wild, watching the wounded gazelle. But Sherman's ready for him, giving too much time. Belly to belly, brings Dax Harris up to his feet. Terry Sherman looking to bring it home for the Real G's, baby. Dax is not giving up without a fight, though. I can respect that clothesline. No! Terry Sherman eliminates himself as Dax Harris earns the shot for he and Adam Valentine. Oh, the Real G's came so close, but the bickering between them awarding Dax Harris number one contendership. The Real G's got to get on the same page here. So tomorrow night, no matter how the pay-per-view ends, Adam Valentine and Dax Harris will challenge PJ Moon and Andrew Briggs for the Fusion Tag Team titles. Briggs is the new number one contender. Will Moon leave Dallas, Texas as the world champion? We'll have to wait and see, but what a showing. Pay-per-view win for Harris. One of those two places with the cowboy hats, all right, PJ? Come on. A tweet, guys, coming from Ryan Kent, who says, Briggs, when you win that championship, keep it warm for me. Hashtag double champ, man. Kent with some aspirations. Better not overlook his defense tonight against Chris Sullivan. Speaking of defenses, our first of 3 title matches tonight, as Shay Hoxton challenges Tyson Cage for the Anarchy Championship, the tiebreaker we've been waiting to see. Of course, if you asked Shay Hoxton, he would tell you there is no tie to be broken, that he is 2-0 over Tyson Cage, because in their last outing, Tyson Cage beat Shay Hoxton, but only after an interference by Logan Hale. So Shay saying the match should have been thrown out and the decision should have been reversed. But the fact of the matter is, they are Juan and Juan. That will not last past tonight, though. As the Anarchy Championship is on the line, it is anything goes. So Tyson Cage does not have a champion's advantage, cannot win by a countout or a disqualification, pin or submission in the ring the only way. We are going to have a definitive Anarchy champion. And a tweet from PJ firing back at Kent says, hey Kent, wait for tonight because I'm going to be a double champ and you're going to be a double chump. Savage. What a burn. This is Hoxton's first championship match in his CMV career. A man who would have you believe he currently sits at 16-0. When the fact of the matter is, he's pretty even. Oh, wow! And look at Hoxton trying to play some last-minute mind games as he comes out dressed in a Moon Knight attire. Of course, Tyson Cage, the star of last year's #1 movie in America, Moon Knight. Ah, Hoxton, what a cheeky bastard. I wonder if that's the actual costume from set, if Hoxton went and stole it. Hoxton has been a champion pretty much everywhere he has been. Will he pick up his first CMV title tonight? Remains to be seen. I'll give it to Hoxton. He looks good, all right? He looks good. He can pull that look off. Of course, the real Moon Knight about to make his way out. Here's a tweet from Chris Sullivan. Says, I hate to agree with anyone, especially PJ Moon, but you won't be a double champion, Kent. Chris Sullivan, who later on tonight challenges Ryan Kent for the United States title, very confident that he's going to walk out of Houston as the new United States champ. Yeah, I mean, Shea really has no excuse if he loses this match. The dashing one, Tyson Cage, has said he is going to retire at the next Ascendance 7, so he can focus on his acting career. But he has got a long list of accolades he wants to cross off. Started with that Anarchy title. The former Fusion Tag Champ, 2-time Anarchy Champion, plowing through a tournament to kick off this season to become the title holder again. Now in his first defense. Will he remain heading into Fusion tomorrow night? Guys, speaking of Fusion, tomorrow night, a big announcement from General Manager Yuri Sokolov. Earlier today, let me know that tomorrow on Fusion is going to be a night to remember. As he says, it is going to be the first ever lockdown. Every single match tomorrow night on Fusion is going to be some sort of form of a steel cage. No escape, says Yuri Sokolov, trying to ramp up the ratings, he says, in his own words. So that is something to look forward to tomorrow night. No escape. Every match on Fusion going to be contested inside of a steel cage. But who will arrive to the flagship show as Anarchy Champion? Hands the championship over to our esteemed head official, Murphy. Shows it to Shea Hoxton. And now holding it up high for all to see. Let's go. First of 3 title matches, Shea Hoxton, Tyson Cage, one-on-one. The tiebreaker. And Hoxton right out of the gate like a bull let loose from its pen, but it did not go the way I assume he was wanting it to. Throws another club. Hoxton coming red hot. Coming with that fire. Back into the corner. Shea Hoxton with a slightly stalling vertical suplex. And a pin, early pin. Remember, no rope breaks. It is Extreme Rules. Anything goes, but Tyson able to kick out before even the count of 1. Irish whip now into the opposite corner. Hoxton charges. Ooh! What a drop kick. A cheeky drop kick. I knew, as soon as Yuri Sokolov told me, I knew it was going to be met well by the CMV universe. Lethal lockdown, no escape tomorrow night on Fusion. I can't imagine every match going to be some sort of steel cage stipulation. Now, we already know that the Fusion Tag Team titles will be defended tomorrow night, as Dax Harris winning that Battle Royal in the last match, earning he and Adam Valentine a shot at PJ Moon and Andrew Briggs. But Sokolov also told me that both the Anarchy title and the United States title, no matter who walks out tonight as champions, will defend in 24 hours. And Shay Hoxton early on looking for a submission victory. So neither of these two men gonna have a whole lot of time to rest before they get right back at it. Clothesline gonna squash Hoxton in the corner. Pinfall attempt now by the champion. Only a 1 count though. Able to kick out Hoxton quickly to his feet. Tyson Cage is there waiting for him. Takes him for a little bit of a walk. Elbow to the midsection, elbow to the midsection. Again, it breaks himself free. Irish whipper to the corner. Hoxton again with that drop kick. I mean, we all know I'm not the biggest Shay Hoxton supporter, but I'll admit that's the best drop kick I have ever seen in my days of calling CMV action. Near 4 years, December 31st, our 4-year anniversary, I've been calling, and I've never seen a better drop kick. Dashing Tyson Cage looks to be getting a bit miffed. Luthez Press just raining down those shots. Now trying to target the arm of Hoxton, maybe prevent him from hitting the 21 for being an Extreme Rules match. Neither one of these guys going for any weapons. High angle dick grab slam. Haven't seen one of those since the prime of Randy Orton's career. Oh, well, that's Hoxton for you. Taking a couple of seconds mid-match, the biggest match of his CMV career, to strike a pose. Going for the choke slam. When will Hoxton learn? He hits that like 1 out of 10. Tyson Cage going for his walloping closed fist punch. That missed also. Back and forth they go. Knee to the top of the head. Stunning Tyson Cage momentarily. Hoxton, the challenger, gouging the eyes right in the clear view of referee Murphy, but it's Extreme Rules. No disqualification, so Hoxton doesn't have to worry about it. Looking to deliver a reality check. Knee to the side of the head into a neck breaker. Now going, what's he doing? I guess just making sure his cardio stays in check. Now going to the top rope. Not a frequent flyer. Very rarely has Hoxton ever gone to the top rope, and it never really works out for the guy. This time it does, though. Elbow drop that would make HBK jealous. Oh, Hoxton setting up for the 21. Tyson Cage clutching though. Able to reverse. Takes back control rather quickly, does the gambler. And another third time with that dropkick. This time goes for a pin immediately following. And just nearly becomes the new Anarchy champion. Woo mama. Talk about your close calls. Knee drop directly to the face. Shay Hoxton just slowly, deliberately working on Tyson Cage. Another pinfall attempt, forcing Cage to exert energy. Hoxton's not a stupid man. He's what I'd call a thinking man's wrestler. Tyson Cage running on fumes, and Hoxton knows that. Again goes for that big punch. Reversed, but fires off the ropes with an elbow to the side of the head. Irish whipper to the corner. From behind, Enzu lariat. Both these men have beaten each other in the past. They sit at 1-1, but who will emerge as the better man once and for all? Middle of the ring, pin by Tyson Cage after a vertical suplex. Gets only a 1 count. There's so much personal animosity between these two that they don't even... Oh, Hoxton actually hits it! Maybe only the 3rd time this season he's actually hit that Togan death grip, wrapping his big meaty claw around Tyson's throat as he stares into his eyes. And I've said it before, Hoxton's got to get some sort of sexual gratification out of that. I mean, you don't just choke someone and look deep into their eyes like that. Luthez press. Tyson Kidd trying to stay in it out of desperation, hooks the leg. One. Into the head scissors. Elbow, elbow, elbow again. Cage making the comeback. The fans are certainly behind him. Just listen to this crowd in Houston, Texas, as Cage looks for the submission. Hoxton rolls through, though. Thought he was going to go for a schoolboy. Whoa! Tilt-a-whirl DDT. Tyson Cage rolling to the outside where he knows he can't be pinned or submitted. That veteran instinct kicking in. Hoxton's not going to give him any time to rest, though. These two can stay out here as long as they want. DDT! With that concrete that lies beneath those thin pads. And now, late into this match, Tyson Cage has had enough. What's he going to pull out? Grabs the steel chair, the age-old equalizer, and then throws it down. Maybe looking for a DDT out of the chair, but another high-angle dick grab slam. And Hoxton looking for a 21. This might break Tyson's neck, and he knows it. That 21 would have landed right on the chair. Thank God Cage was able to reverse it. But now Cage is the one. Another DDT busting. Hoxton wide open. I'd have to imagine that a pure instinct, Shea just pops up to his feet, smashing Tyson face first into the ring post. Ringing the champion's bell, and if that wasn't enough, another shot head first off the ring apron. Tyson brings the fight back into the ring now. Hoxton bleeding from that gash across his forehead, but the Togan death grip again. Trying to choke whatever life Tyson Cage has left out of him. And wait a minute, the referee calls for the bell. Tyson didn't tap. What the hell? What's going on? The Houston screw job. Tyson did not tap. But referee Murphy called for the bell, and we have a new champion. Now wait a minute. Tyson Cage did not submit. Cage leaving, shaking his head. He doesn't understand. He never tapped. But Shea Hoxton is the new Anarchy champion. Something fishy with that finish there, guys, because Tyson Cage did not tap out when Shea Hoxton had the Togan death grip on him. Threw him to the canvas, and Murphy called for the bell, awarding Shea Hoxton the Anarchy Championship. You saw Cage, he got right back up. He got right back up, just shaking his head. He had no idea what happened. This isn't right. We're going to have to watch some playbacks later on or something to figure out what the hell went on. But the show must go on, as they say. And up next is, woo boy, one that probably the matchup I'm most excited for heading into Requiem here. Chris Proudfoot and Jason Spade reignite their age-old rivalry. The alliance did not last long. The revolution these two promised to bring to Monday Night Fusion just could not coexist. And everything reached its boiling point earlier this week on Fusion when Chris Proudfoot ditched Jason Spade during their scheduled tag match. Spade had to go it alone against Dax Harris and Adam Valentine and ended up losing despite a valiant effort. Afterwards on Twitter, Spade went off, saying that was the last straw. And Chris Proudfoot revealed why he did that, saying he is tired of carrying Jason Spade. That it was a mistake he came to CMV to help him out. If you don't know the story between these two, they have gone at it every single place they have been, never able to be in the same room without shooting them stink eyes. At the top of this season, everyone's jaw was dropped when Proudfoot came out to rescue Jason Spade from an attack at the hands of the Undead. And just when it was looking like the Revolution was actually picking up steam and starting to get on the same page, Proudfoot took his ball and went home. Jason Spade, who wasted no time getting down to brass tacks after Proudfoot left him high and dry. I gotta be honest with you guys. Deep down inside, I'm kind of happy the Revolution didn't last, because now we're getting these two one-on-one on pay-per-view. And that's just a gift to the world. Chris Proudfoot, Jason Spade add yet another chapter to their storied history. One on one side, a headlock, feeling each other out, because it has been a dog's age since they have met face to face. And even though they spent the past 2.5 months traveling and teaming and watching each other's backs, there was always that. I mean, we all saw it. From the moment they started teaming, there were cracks in the foundation, arguing about who was going to start the match. You know, pushing each other, shoving each other after matches, and trying to outdo each other and get the adoration of the crowd. It was from the get-go, it was obvious that the Revolution, it wasn't meant to be a very long venture. Chris Proudfoot trying to bash open Spade's skull, gets an elbow directly to the face and a kitchen sink. Over the knee, knocks him down. Whoa, both men jumping up. I think Proudfoot was going for a DDT, but Spade, the quicker, gets off that Hurricane Rana. Swinging knee comes through. Kick to the knee. Big kick right after it to the chest. And Jason Spade dipping his toe into the dirty heel water. Choking out Proudfoot just a bit. Gotta watch that, though. Referee Murphy called for a disqualification. I mean, after what he just did in that last match, I wouldn't put anything past him. Where's Slappy when we need him? Hashtag we want Slappy. Oh, look at Proudfoot just throwing Spade out of the ring and then taunting him. That is vintage Proudfoot right there. Almost to say, Spade, you don't deserve to share the ring with me. Rolls to the outside. Spade's waiting for him, though. Oh, geez. World's strongest slam from the smallest man on the Fusion roster. Reverse DDT, though. Gonna send it right back at him. Count of 3. Proudfoot saying, hey, Spade, you want some? Come get some. Seems like he'd be A-okay taking a count-out win. Back suplex. Proudfoot dropped hard onto the mat and a kick right to the same spot. Going after that arm, trying to tear the bicep. Proudfoot is trapped. He's got to find a way out of this real quick. Like a dog on a collar. Spade's just controlling him. Let's go. Irish whip into the corner. Goes for a big boot. Caught though by Proudfoot. Canada's #1 export. Axe bomber clothesline. That's something you don't see all too often. Another choke by Spade. Right into the pin. 1. Only a 1 count though. Picks him back up into the seated position. Right to the arm. Like a monkey on a cupcake. Spade has found his target. And Chris cannot find a way out of this. This is kryptonite here. There you go. To his feet. Shot to the gut. Oof. Gonna suck the air right up out of Spade. Headbutt up against the ropes. Irish whip. Rebounds. Spade ready for him with a knee. That kick to the chest. Shot off once more, and Spade takes a moment. Remember what he said when he first came to CMV? He has got a list. He is looking to take everyone out. First pinfall attempt of the match. 1. Ooh, only a 1 count though. Oh, a rare Borton sighting. Hello. Calf kick by Proudfoot sends Jason Spade out of the ring. Trying to catch his breath. Proudfoot follows. Eats that kick to the ribs. Yeah, Proudfoot says, I ain't about that life. Spade on his tail. And we get a Falcon Arrow. On the hunt, you might say. Dragged by arm and leg away from the rope. Spade, another pinfall. 1, 2. Just a 2, though. Ooh, that kick to the back just pissing Proudfoot off. The side effect by Canada's #1 export. Coming out of nowhere in a maneuver that Spade has felt many times before, but Proudfoot's not done. The Houston, Texas crowd behind him as he goes for the single leg high knee. But they know each other too well. Spade saw it coming, able to sidestep. Trip up by Spade. And now it is Spade who's lining up his shot for the Lansenberg lobotomy. Hooks the leg, isn't enough. 1, 2, 3. No trace, Topher. Jason Spade going as far as to argue with referee Murphy. He thought that was a 3. I do not like Jason Spade's antics in this match, guys. Usually he's a respectable competitor, but he's letting his emotions get the better of him. This is not the Jason Spade I know. Proudfoot's in his head. And Proudfoot into a triangle choke, looking to force his arch rival to tap. Look at the angle. He has Spade's arm bent. What power exhibited by Spade there, though. Able to lift Proudfoot up and powerbomb him. Hurricane Rana. Seated position to the neck crank, trying to slow things down a little bit while assuring that he stays on top. Kick to the midsection. Clothesline. Ferocious clothesline. Proudfoot makes his first pinfall attempt of the match, but only a 2. Kick misses, whiffed it. High angle back suplex. Up to the top rope, Jason Spade looking to turn the ribs of Chris Proudfoot into dust with the coup de grace, the double boot stomp, and the pin. Jason Spade takes it. Throwing caution to the wind, and it pays off. What a match between these two. Chris Proudfoot back to his feet, and wait a minute. Spade gonna offer a handshake. Wow, but Proudfoot smacks it away. Spade going out of his comfort zone to show sportsmanship after a great match with Proudfoot as salty as a sea dog. Spits right in his face. And into our tertiary main event, our second of 3 title matches here at Requiem. Chris Sullivan, or should I say the new Chris Sullivan, this rugged, aggressive, just chaotic side that has emerged over these past couple of months from Boston's #1. Chris Sullivan, backed by his manager, legendary wrestling promoter. Oh, excuse me. Woo! Pardon my French there. I think I just had a mini heart attack. What am I, Mark and Tell over here? But Sullivan has his second shot at the United States Championship. His first, really what was the breaking point for Chris Sullivan was when he challenged Alistair Knox towards the end of last season, and Knox was able to retain the title via countout. And that's what started Chris Sullivan on this downward spiral. Kept losing, and took some time off. When he came back, I hardly recognized the guy. Started beating the hell out of everybody. That included Ryan Kent. A vicious assault on the Fire. Started with a steel chair at the top of the month. Was just wailing on him. But will Chris Sullivan regret the day that he picked a fight with Ryan motherfucking Kent? If you ask me, Baron Blade is the catalyst behind Chris Sullivan going rogue. Been whispering in his ear. And I'll admit it, Chris Sullivan has been doing very well since turning his back on the CMV universe and adopting this new personality and style. He's been winning a lot of matches. Will he win when it matters the most, though? The future of CMV against the past, present, and future of CMV. The most decorated champion in CMV history, a future Hall of Famer, the CMV United States Champion, Ryan motherfucking Kent. Should I run over his accolades? Why not? It's always fun. A former Unmatched World Champion, Anarchy Champion, Money in the Bank winner, World Champion, World Tag Team Champion, International Champion, all right? Light Heavyweight Champion, Alpha World Champion, and now United States Champion. There's only one title today he has not held. That is the Fusion Tag Team titles, and believe me, Ryan Kent gonna be going after that sooner rather than later. Brought an end to the reign of terror by Alistair Knox last month at Retaliation. This is his first defense. Keep in mind that announcement earlier tomorrow night on Fusion. Rage in a Cage, Lethal Lockdown. Every match going to have a steel cage stipulation, and the United States Championship will be defended. So whomever wins this, not going to have the longest of times to celebrate. As Boston's #1. Long way from home here in Houston, Texas. Looks for his first singles title as a part of the inaugural Trios Champions and a 2-time Trios Champion. Ryan Kent is also a former Trios Champion. Forgot about that accolade. How could I forget the 2-week reign of the Kent brothers and Damien? Shame on me. That is what is on the line. One of the most prestigious titles in Ryan Kent kind of alpha mailing right now. Mean mugging Chris Sullivan. This is going to be a slugfest. 2 horses about to throw hands. I don't know how referee Murphy is allowed to stay out here officiating after what he pulled earlier in the Anarchy Championship match. Let's just hope and pray that doesn't happen again. Chris Sullivan with Baron Blade in his corner. Ryan Kent for the United States Championship. Murphy rang that bell. No more time to waste. Kick to the midsection. Ryan Kent goes for a slow through Samoan drop. Sully, though, not looking to get beat so easily. Trio of elbows to the side of the head sets him free. Irish whip off the ropes, goes for a back elbow. Both men bumping into each other. Kick to the midsection. Forearm smash. And a hangman's neck breaker. This is our tertiary main event. Up next, Cameron Cray and Percy Simmons. One-on-one with a lot on the line there. And of course, our main event, the first ever Man in the Moon match for the world title. Harvey Hastings, PJ Moon, and Jacob Ziegler defending. A couple of kicks to the back by Chris Sullivan. Responds, does Kent, with a brainbuster down onto the knee, into the pin. Will it be quick work tonight? No, it will not. Not even a one count. Enzu Lariat attempted in the corner. Ryan Kent fires out with a calf kick. Baron Blade is not looking where this match is going so far. Irish over to the corner. Ryan Kent tries for an Enzu Lariat, but Chris Sullivan reverses. Forearm smash at close range. Michinoku driver. Follows it up with a stomp to the lower back. And a stomp to the bicep, because why not? Ryan Kent drops to his knees, basking in his own glory momentarily. Brings Chris Sullivan to a vertical base, over the shoulders, draped over the top rope. Chest first, throat first, gonna make it harder to breathe for Chris Sullivan the longer this match goes. Go behind, German suplex, I think is what the challenger was gonna try for. Ryan Kent denies it, up against the ropes. Look at Sullivan, bounces off though to send an elbow into the champ's throat. Ooh, Emerald Fusion. Kent not staying down for long. Did not see that kick to the side of the head coming. Ryan Kent pulling a Shea Hoxton from earlier in the show. Wanting someone out there in the CMV universe to paint him like one of their French girls. What is Kent doing here? Grabs Sullivan by the face, just walks him out to the center of the ring, pendulum backbreaker, and another one. Lateral press, one. Only a one count though. Ryan Kent in this situation does have a champion's advantage, meaning he can retain on a count out or disqualification, but Ryan Kent, the prideful man that I know he is, even though from time to time he can be a little bit of a sneak. After what Sullivan did to him earlier this month, I don't think wants to win any other way than by a definitive pinfall or submission. Stomp to the gut by Sully. That's if Kent wins at all. Not counting out Sully. Clothesline. Knocks him down to the outside. Oh, watch Baron Blade. Better not get involved. Cost his client the championship here at Requiem. Super kick to the midsection, and another right up under the jaw. That turns this match around very quickly. Sullivan's got to get this fight back into the ring, though. Kent slides under the bottom rope. Baron Blade playing cheerleader, and Sully caught with another Michinoku driver. This time with a pin, but only a one count. Dragged by the arm, center of the ring, laid bare, and Sullivan with a kick to the side of the head. And there's that aggressive side, that ruthless aggression that Chris Sullivan has been showcasing the past month and a half or so. Frequent falls between both of these competitors. In the corner, forearm smash, broke Ryan Kent's nose. Oh, Ryan Kent, too much of a beefy boy for Sullivan to get up into the fireman's carry position. Forearm smash takes it out of the challenger, maybe playing possum. Super kick out of nowhere, and Kent is rocked. Enough wherewithal to roll to the outside, though, so he can't be pinned. Sullivan talking that smack. Ryan Kent shuts him up with a hot shot. Back into the ring on spaghetti legs is Sully, belly to belly. Ryan Kent, the powerhouse. Now just looking down at Chris, eyes glazed over, looking up at the lights like he's in La La Land right now. Trying as he may to get back to his feet. Ryan Kent's waiting for him. Kick to the midsection, looking for the face breaker. Sullivan with a dragon screw instead, and just like that, in the blink of an eye, it is Kent who's in trouble. To the corner, body splash. Caught all that on the turnbuckles though. Oh! Death Valley driver kind of turned into a fireman's carry senton. Ryan Kent again on his knees, strokes his beard, and here he comes, the tank, the fire starter. Ryan motherfucking Kent has had just about enough. Spine buster, the beginning of the end. The pain doesn't stop here. Kick to the midsection. Again, the face breaker is reversed, and Chris Sullivan, just like that, Sullivan. Can he take it home? The biggest win of his career. New champion. Final cut. Floats over into the pin. Does he have it? 1, 2, no. So close, but no cigar. Knee to the back of the head. Sullivan now in control as he looks over at Baron Blade, getting cocky, getting overzealous. That'll be his downfall, especially against someone like Ryan Kent. There you go. Catches the boot, rolls through, heel to the face. Sullivan looking like he just got his clock cleaned. And Ryan Kent again knows how to pace himself. The later parts of a match like this, takes a deep breath. In that same vein though, Sullivan is able to recuperate as well. Rolls to the outside using his environment. Busting Kent open. Face first off the LED board on the apron. Ryan Kent takes it like a man. Both guys back into the ring after the count of 3. And Kent again with that Death Valley roll through into a pin, but Sullivan gets lucky with the rope break. Kicks to the midsection, 3rd time's the charm, face breaker. Ryan Kent running on empty. That meter ticking on E. Makes it to the pin, 1, 2, 3. Now Ryan Kent shoots a glance at Baron Blade before returning his attention to Boston's #1. Looking for the Kent Clash. Sullivan reverses it. Boom, just mowing down the champion. Woo-wee. Kent just got blasted into another dimension. Sullivan turns it into a chin lock. Wanting to stay on top of Kent as the blood trickles down his face. Sullivan just tosses him to the side. No respect for everything that Kent has accomplished in his career. Sullivan's got one focus, and that's becoming a star in CMV. And it begins with winning the United States Championship. I'll tell you right now, this has been an awesome match. Final cut again out of nowhere. Where the hell did Sullivan pull that out of? 1, 2. Oh, come on. And Sullivan just looks back like, you have got to be kidding me. Raises his arms, but Kent, small package. 1, 2, the sneaky possum. That's why you don't taunt. That's why you don't mock someone like Ryan Kent. A 3rd Death Valley senton. One, 2. Chris Sullivan is proven to me and the entire rest of the CMV universe that he can hang. He has taken one of the best to ever do it to the limit, but can he finish Kent off? Chris Sullivan evades a strike. Enziguri just echoing throughout the arena. That smack off the skull. There's Sullivan again taking time to puff his own chest. Reverse DDT by the United States champion. Looking to bust Sully open. Those punches right across the forehead. Cheeky little jab up against the ropes. Couple of shots. Sends him running. Discus knee strike on the rebound. Stomp to the bicep. Sullivan's not through yet though. Back to his feet. European uppercut. Takes Kent for a walk. What's he looking for here? Face first. And again 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 and again. Trying to make that cut worse. Looking for blood. Chris Sullivan's got a hunger that will only be satiated by becoming the United States champion. And Sully! Neck breaker! Neck breaker! Hardly able to stand. This match has been awesome. Both guys to their feet. Kent throws a shot. Sullivan's quicker. German suplex. Oh, Sullivan looking for the final death blow. Out of the corner, full head of steam, single knee. Into the pin. 1, 2, 3, and Chris Sullivan is the new United States champion. What a match, and Sully did it. He is the new, wait a minute, Kent going for a post-match beatdown, but Sully's not having it. It's his night, and it will not be soiled. Boston's #1 is a long way from home, but he'll be returning to Boston as the new United States champion, beating one of the greatest of all time. And if you thought the night was over after that instant classic, you are very wrong, because we move into our co-main event up next as Percy Simmons with Big Jamal in his corner takes on Cameron Cray. And a lot on the line in this matchup, as I hinted at earlier, because Percy Simmons has put up his ironclad contract. If he loses to Cray here, his contract will be shredded. He'll have to negotiate a new one with general manager Yuri Sokolov. But if he wins tomorrow night on Fusion, he will challenge now the new United States champion Chris Sullivan for the United States title. That was the agreement made between Mr. CMV and the general manager of Fusion. And Simmons doing absolutely everything within his power to make sure that he walks out the winner tonight. And that included earlier this week on Fusion, goading Cameron Sullivan into accepting a matchup against a mystery opponent. And that mystery opponent would, of course, turn out to be Jamal Sadana, one of the most rugged superstars in unmatched history, was the last ever European champion. The guy who went nearly a year unbeaten. Put on one of my favorite matches of all time, really. Him and Cameron Cray tore the roof down. Now it is time for Percy Simmons to feed on the scraps that Sadana left for him. How is it possible that Cray has been able to fully recuperate to 100% after his clash with the savior in disguise. The longest reigning CMV light heavyweight champion of all time finds himself in a very unique position with that ironclad contract of his. Pretty much has been bullying general manager Yuri Sokolov. So confident, though, that he's going to walk out with the W here at Requiem. He has put that contract on the line. And especially, I didn't know that Jamal was going to be ringside for this match. I didn't know the partnership was going to go past earlier this week on Fusion, but it seems like Percy has acquired the services of Sedana for the foreseeable future. What role will he play in our main event? Our co-main event, I should say. Hopefully he doesn't play any role in the main event. It was 1 month ago that Percy Simmons shocked the wrestling world with his 5-star encounter against Jacob Ziegler for the world title, proving to any of the doubters that may have remained that he has what it takes to be Mr. CMV. It was the night after Retaliation that Percy Simmons quit, quote-unquote, Fusion. The very same night that this man, the British Brute Cameron Cray, debuted, and well, Percy would come out that very same night attacking Cameron Cray after his debut win, saying, "How dare you, CM Universe, cheer this man after I just left not an hour ago? You forget about me so quick after what I did at Retaliation, talking about everybody else but me?" And that's what takes us to this faithful night. Cameron Cray is in this for one reason and one reason only. That's just to get his hands on Simmons and tear him limb from limb. It's really everything to lose, everything to gain for Simmons. With our main event still to come, World Championship on the line, the first ever Man in the Moon match. Harvey Hastings, PJ Moon, and Jacob Ziegler. Murphy rings the bell. Simmons, Cray, one-on-one. Simmons going to back the British Brute into the corner. First time ever these two are meeting one-on-one, a feeling out period. They did, a cheap shot by Cray. They did get their hands on, watch out. Both Cray and Simmons just inadvertently hit referee Murphy. Well, that collar and elbow tie-up game didn't last very long. As I was saying, though, these two did get their hands on each other a couple weeks ago in tag team action when Tyson Cage and Cameron Cray were able to defeat Percy Simmons and Shea Hoxton. Percy been on a roll since then, though. Regal cutter. Stomp to the lower back. And again, this is usually what we see at a Cameron Cray. The sadism of the British Brute is something that, makes him so popular. There's nobody quite like him, and it's kind of funny that so many people like Cray, considering he's in it just to make people suffer. He loves inflicting pain and agony. A slow, deliberate pace, picking at limbs and just gradually building up to the crescendo. Percy Simmons showing off a little bit with that headstand side headlock. Cray's had just about enough. Getting ahead of himself, running right into that face smash. Dragged away from the ropes, and Simmons right back on the attack. Remember, if Percy wins this match tomorrow night on Fusion, he will face the new United States champion, Chris Sullivan, for the United States title in some form of a steel cage. And keep his ironclad contract, of course, meaning he will go on to have authority over general manager Yuri Sokolov. It has been all Simmons from the get-go. Kick to the chest from the apron. Cray is reeling. Percy tries to keep the pressure on. Forearm smash. And Cray Yeah, don't blame Cray. He's not too happy with the way this match is going so far. Takes a quick breather though. Front headlock by Percy, escapes, says Cray. Ooh, and a nice STO. Just throwing Simmons down to the canvas. Jawbreaker to retaliate. Puts some distance between the two. Simmons uses that distance for a wheel kick. Up into the seated position. Ooh, and then into... Oh! The face buster! And what a cocky pin. One. Percy Simmons. How can you like this guy? Don't get me wrong. Incredible athlete. A future world champion, but... Man, I would not want to be alone in a room with this guy. Hear him talk about himself for hours on end. I once was backstage just minding my own business, eating my oatmeal. Percy just came up to me and for 30 minutes was talking about the type of moisturizer he likes to use. I didn't say a single word, and once he was finished, he just walked off. Whoa, Cray! Biting the finger! Those perfectly manicured fingernails of Percy Simmons getting bit by the British Brew. Another wheel kick. Little spurts of offense here and there by Cameron, but he's got to build towards something bigger like this. Sharpshooter. Sharpshooter. Kind of a shabby looking one. Cameron thrown into the corner, face first off that top turnbuckle. Oh, Bulldog! From the high-rent district. Cameron takes it in stride with a little cheeky pinch of salt. Knife edge chop, high kick. Another high kick misses. Oh, there you go. Ooh, that one turned the lights out. Off the rope, Simmons is waiting for him. Schoolboy. Super kick! Dragged by arm and leg. Cameron Cray in this match just can't match the intensity that Percy Simmons has brought. Jamal Sedano just watching ringside. I don't know what Percy Simmons promised Jamal or how much he's paying him, but to have him on your side is not something to scoff at. Percy was dangerous by himself. An alliance with Sedana just makes him all that much more threatening. Cameron Cray finally mounting a bit of a comeback. Arm drag, trying to outmaneuver each other. Dr. Teeth. Percy Simmons, the dentist for the evening. Very close pinfall made there by the franchise, the gold-blooded Percy Simmons. Into the corner again, Enzu lariat to the back of the head, and Percy Simmons has finished playing with his food for the evening as he looks for the Wall Street crash and into the pin. 1, 2, 3. Percy Simmons is victorious. Despite some momentary moments of life for Cameron Cray, that was largely all Percy Simmons, and Percy offers a handshake. Cameron accepts. I did not expect to see this. Percy is obviously trying to build towards a bright future on Fusion, surrounding himself with the best of the best, and maybe Cameron Cray is the next addition to his cabinet. So now we know that tomorrow night on Monday Night Fusion, it will be Percy Simmons versus Chris Sullivan for the United States Championship. We also know that Adam Valentine and Dax Harris will be challenging PJ Moon and Andrew Briggs for the Fusion Tag Team titles. The top of tonight's show, Andrew Briggs won the triple threat to become #1 contender. Now it's time to see if his partner, PJ Moon, in a match put together by him, can become the new world champion. Only the, I think, 8th ever double champion in CMV history. It is time, the culmination, the first ever Man in the Moon match, the brainchild of, you guessed it, PJ Moon, for winning the Beat the Clock Challenge earlier this week on Monday Night Fusion, beating Jacob Ziegler's time of 11 minutes and 11 seconds with 3 minutes to spare. But will he end up tripping over his own concoction? Here are the rules of a Man in the Moon match. It is extreme rules. Anything goes, no countouts, no disqualifications, no holds barred. Pinfall only, and it's falls count anywhere. Pinfall, falls count anywhere. It doesn't have to be in the ring. No submissions allowed. That was a specific point made by Moon because he doesn't want Harvey using that Anaconda Vice of his. You got to give it to Moon. Very, very smart. And last but not least, it is elimination, meaning last man standing walks out of Houston, Texas in Requiem as the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. Oh, no. No. Ah, shit. I'm so sorry, PJ. I set the match card up before I got your new attire earlier today, and I forgot to copy it over for the pay-per-view. Ah! I feel like such an asshole. Oh, no. Oh, there's nothing I can do about it, though. It won't let me edit it now because we got through all the other matches. Oh, I'm a dweeb. I guess he'll have to debut it tomorrow night. My bad. On me. On me. But the show must go on. At the end of the day, it's not about the looks. It's about which of these guys is going to bring the A game and walk out as the new world champion, or still the world champion. Yeah, we'll just go back and restart the whole pay-per-view. Doesn't matter. Shay Hoxton, Chris Sullivan, sorry about your luck, you know. No longer champions. But here comes the former two-time United States champion, the former world champion, the rightful #1 contender. Last month won that fatal 5-way to earn a one-on-one shot against Jacob Ziegler. But it was in that match a few weeks ago that PJ Moon interfered, hitting Harvey Hastings with a steel chair, which meant that Harvey won the match by DQ. But of course, because of the champion's advantage, Jacob Ziegler was able to retain. So now Harvey has to contest with Moon as well if he hopes to make it back to the top of the mountain. I mean, last night we had Piper Fox become the first ever German-born women's champion. She's been showing her support all night for the assassin. Will we have 2 German champions heading into Monday Night Fusion tomorrow? As here comes the Unicorn King, the enigma of CMV, of course, one half of the Fusion Tag Team Champions. His other half, Andrew Briggs, winning the triple threat at the top of the show to become #1 contender. Will we get the Tag Team Champions fighting for the world title next month at Sacrifice? That would be a hell of a match. Or rather, at Validation, I assume it would take place. But then again, I don't know the future plans. Could take place tomorrow for all I know. I don't know. Up to Yuri Sokolov, up to the head honchos. I'm just a lowly little commentator with Mountain Dew over here at the announce table, all right? What do I know? PJ Moon, 6 months tonight marks how long he's been in CMV. Him and Andrew Briggs winning the 2nd annual X-Gen Tag Team Classic, winning the Fusion Tag Team titles. Moon looks to join a short list of only 7 other men to hold 2 titles at once. The first ever was, of course, Hayden, who unified the Intercontinental and World Championship way back when at the first annual, 2nd annual, I should say, Royal Rumble pay-per-view. Then you've had the likes of Troy Voodoo and Chris Andrews going on to do the same. Here we go. PJ Moon and Kelsey Hayes should really hang out sometime. Just rub themselves all over the ring together. This is Moon's personal playground. This match is his conception. He's handicapped Harvey Hastings. He's made sure that it's not first fall to a finish, that he himself actually has to be eliminated from the mix. This is Moon's first ever shot at the World Championship. He has beaten both of these men. He's beaten Harvey Hastings multiple times one-on-one. He beat Ziggler in the very same night that Moon debuted, way back when at Final Stand in the second annual Deadly Games tournament. He beat Ziggler in the semifinals. Here comes the man, the pride of Scotland, the CMV undisputed World Heavyweight Champion, a man whose reign has been, well, a lot of ups, but maybe even more downs. Twice he's retained that title because of outside interference. Only once, and it was last month at Retaliation, and he definitively proved that he deserves to hold that title when he battled back Percy Simmons in the match of the year, as hailed by many. Jacob Ziegler stands guard atop the mountaintop. Harvey Hastings and PJ Moon scratching and crawling to knock him off. Will one of them be able to do so? Or will the Scotsman, against the odds, continue to live out the boyhood dream? Man in the Moon match. Extreme rules. Anything goes. You can only eliminate someone by pinfall. It is falls count anywhere. And it is elimination for the grandest prize in all of CMV. This is our main event. Murphy holds up the bell high. He can't screw anyone in this match, at least. Yo, Murphy's pretty jacked, I just realized. Harvey Hastings, PJ Moon, Jacob Ziegler. The wait is over. Let's get it on. Ziegler and Harvey meet in the middle of the ring, the two men who headlined Ascendant 6. Harvey, of course, the man that Ziegler beat back at Battle Scars to become world champion. Takes out the psychopath. Moon waits for him in the corner, coming out with a slap. Forearm smash, clothesline, squashed like a bug off a windshield. Grabs the kick, though, face first off the mat. And a corkscrew neckbreaker, or a moonlight drive, if you will. Arm drag, though, by Harvey. Taken for a bit of a walk. Harvey looks to eliminate PJ Moon from the mix momentarily. DDT by Ziegler. Will it be an early night for Harvey Hastings? No, only a 1 count. Jacob breaking up PJ's intended move there on a double H. Elbow drop now to the lower back. Turns him about. Back suplex by the enigma of CMV, and a big old kick to the back to immediately follow through. Dragging the champion by arm and leg. Oh, but then takes out Harvey as the former world champion was doing a bit of taunting, turned his back. Butterfly double knees to the chest. They call that a lung blower for a reason. It, well, blows your lungs. Makes it very hard to breathe. PJ Moon going up to the second turnbuckle. Momentary alliance between Hastings and Ziegler to knock him off. Wow, mama! Off the ropes. springboard DDT. I've never seen Harvey hit something like that. And then a stun gun too. Moon in the corner, just getting his face washed. I should say. Moon gets the kick to the gut. After the arm. Keep in mind though, Harvey Hastings cannot make an elimination by submission. It is pinfall only. Tiger suplex. PJ Moon decides to pander to the CMV universe a little bit. I mean, the crowd, everybody watching at home split down the middle. Who to cheer for. I don't think a whole lot of people are going for Harvey other than Piper Fox. Ziggler wants to kick out the shin. Harvey's just having a grand old time. 5-second pose for the benefit of those who flash photography. Moon rolls to the outside, and here comes into play the Extreme Rules. As Harvey brings out a ladder, bashes Ziggler right in the face. Oh man, he's not done the legs of the ladder right into the chest and gut, over and over, again and again. Ziggler finally gets to his feet, knocking the ladder out of Harvey's hands. But then PJ comes around the corner, spinning back fist. Ziggler takes the shot. I don't know what happened there. Harvey apparently knocking both men out with that drop kick. Guys, it is falls count anywhere. Pin could go at any time. Harvey taking a trip face first into the steel steps there. Moon with a fireman's carry neck breaker. Knee right to the base of the skull. Basement drop kick. Ziggler just not getting a moment's rest. Harvey busted open relatively early here. Off an elbow from PJ Moon. Harvey Hastings now. Combination. You blink, you miss it. Now it is Moon who gets to feel the wrath, the cold steel of the steps. Ziggler with a pinfall. Is Harvey Hastings the first to go? Murphy has to run over. 1 count though. Another pinfall attempt. Not anything there. Not anything. Now Moon goes for a pin. Okay, what's the strategy here? Oh, 1 count's gonna keep pinning Harvey. Jacob Ziggler doing exactly what I would do in this type of situation. Back up and just let Harvey Hastings and PJ Moon throw hands. These 3 guys beating the hell out of each other in front of the announce table. PJ Moon feeling the energy coursing through his veins. Slapping that tuchus. Clothesline again. Off the rope. Half kick busting Ziggler open. PJ Moon giving everybody a cut to go home with. Harvey trapped in the corner, but not for long. Reverses the momentum. PJ Moon with that discus knee strike of his. A move that he's beaten Harvey with before, but Harvey with the world title on the line. Not gonna go down so easy. Bringing out the strikes again. Kick under the shoulder. Got to be in the main event, right, guys? Let my batteries die. And before an elimination, perhaps, but whew, luckily that moment is not soiled. PJ kicks out, but maybe it will be Ziggler who goes home empty-handed. Brainbuster! Just for you, Topher. But Ziggler out of it at 2.99999. Moon just back to his feet after using the ropes. Super kick. Just ate that. Stomp to the bicep. Lateral press by Harvey. continuing to make covers on the Pride of Scotland, wiping that blood from his eyes. The only way that Harvey Hastings can really make an elimination is via his blitzkrieg, the top rope shooting star press. Will we see him take the... Oh! Moon! Harvey gets planted with the DDT and the Enigma! Murphy, hello? There you go, wake up. 1, 2, 3. Harvey Hastings is eliminated. It is down to Moon and Ziggler for the world title. Hastings walked right into the DDT, but Moon doesn't have long to celebrate. Buckle bomb. Moon, though, grabs the arm, slams him down. Moon said, if I do one thing tonight, it'll be to make sure Harvey Hastings does not become world champion, but will Moon become world champion? If Jacob Ziegler has anything to say about it, the answer to that question is no. Divine intervention. Ziggler can hardly stand, but he makes the pin. 1, 2. Moon does not quit, and the swag walk from the Scotsman lets us know that he ain't finished yet. Shoulder tackle, off the ropes, shoulder tackle again, off the ropes again. But Moon catches him, throws him to the outside. Moon thinks that he's got a moment to rest up, but he doesn't. Ziggler was able to hang on, and from the top rope with a double axe handle, flash, and Moon luring Ziegler out. Shot to the side of the head, swinging neckbreaker going old school, sends a kiss to Ziegler, maybe a kiss goodnight. Spinning back fist deflected, super kick, boom, out of the way, drop kick does not connect. You could just feel how much these two want this. PJ Moon looking for his first world title, not just in CMV, but in his entire career. He has never been able to win the big one. And I don't think it's gonna happen tonight. Single knee face breaker, go to sleep. 1, 2, 3, Jacob Ziegler is still the undisputed champion. What a match! Moon made good on his word, promising that Harvey Hastings would not become world champion again, but neither shall he, as Ziegler is still the undisputed champion. And there's where Harvey Hastings bought his ticket to the showers after the kiss of death DDT from PJ Moon. But look at Ziegler, he can't even believe it himself. What a way to end Requiem. Jacob Ziegler standing tall and still the CMV undisputed World Heavyweight Champion. Well, guys, what a show Requiem turned out to be. I'm pretty sure we had ourselves a Houston screw job. I mean, we all know I like my conspiracy theories, and I have no valid proof of this, but the finish to that Shea Hoxton Tyson Cage match needs to be investigated. Tyson Cage did not tap, but Shea Hoxton is still the Anarchy champion. We had Jason Spade defeat Chris Proudfoot, tried to show some respect with a handshake, but Proudfoot spit in his face and slapped the hand away. Chris Sullivan, the new United States champion, then thwarting a post-match attack attempt by Kent. Percy Simmons dominating and defeating Cameron Cray, but then Cray seemingly aligned himself with Simmons and won a main event. Moon, once again, is so close to the world title, but just slips up and falls off. And do not forget, guys, tomorrow night on Monday Night Fusion, the first ever Lethal Lockup. It is going to be no escape every single match. 7 matches with some sort of steel cage match stipulation. 3 title matches. We know, that Adam Valentine and Dax Harris will challenge PJ Moon and Andrew Briggs for the Fusion Tag Team titles. We know that Shea Hoxton will defend his Anarchy Championship, and that Percy Simmons will challenge Chris Sullivan for the United States Championship. And it is, of course, official. Andrew Briggs versus Jacob Ziegler, the tiebreaker. When exactly that will go down for the world title, I do not know. We'll have to wait and see. But thank you guys, as always, for tuning in and watching. I hope you enjoyed the show as much as I did. What a weekend it was. If you're new to the show, make sure you do follow me so that you get that cheeky notification whenever I go live. And again, next time will be tomorrow night for Fusion. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and good vibes. Love you. Bye.